Hi there. This is exciting.
This is exciting.
I'm Shawn Parke.
And I'm Tom Dell.
And we are the creators of Hidden Histories, and we're here for the DVD commentary.
Yeah, we're here to talk a little bit about this one. It's the Hidden History of McDonald's. DVDs popular these days?
Yeah, they're pretty popular. The 4K Blu-ray stuff is pretty popular, I think.
Okay. People still buying the physical media?
Amongst,
connoisseurs.
Amongst connoisseurs.
The Criterion collection. That's those kind of people.
This was the second film in the second season.
Yep.
Were you ever a fan of Warhols?
Not so much. I mean, I don't really get it. I guess it's a little bit over my head. It's I don't know. It's the soup label, but it's bigger, right?
Yeah.
The one guy I did appreciate more after seeing in person was Jackson Pollock.
Right.
When you see a small picture of it, you don't really get the feel of seeing the full size thing, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's pretty cool.
In person, you can tell how drunk he was.
Definitely, and it was very drunk.
You're hearing the wonderful voice of our narrator, Kevin Coyote.
62 Los Angeles summer.
When we were talking about doing this one, it was like, we need somebody who has more weight to their delivery.
And more of a pedigree. Someone from a family of narrators.
Peter Coyote's second cousin or something?
I believe, or maybe only related by marriage, actually.
So for the voice of Ron Wayne, we have Joe Collins.
Much as he loved blobs. I'm so sick.
I personally have received some criticism that, well, how come you didn't talk to Ron Wayne?
Right.
But to get a hold of that guy is literally impossible.
Incredibly elusive.
Yeah.
And, also a lot of impersonators out there.
Yeah.
So you don't really know if you're getting the real one.
And honestly, I was thinking about this today. Is he the real one now? I mean, it's a trail that's hard to follow. You know what I mean?
It's really hard to follow. I mean, his original... Well, and then you have John Travolta's original face, who's on another person now.
Fuckerberg, right?
Yeah. Is it Fuckerberg?
I don't know. It's been a minute.
I'm confused. I would have to go back to the board.
But I was thinking about that today, and I was like, this kind of puts the John Travolta in a whole different light. Was that actually Travolta, or was that Fuckerberg, or was it McDonald?
The actual Travolta still has Ron Wayne's original clown face.
Right.
And is just probably working as a clown somewhere.
Yeah.
And has nothing to do with any of this acting career, basically.
Yeah. So,
most of the films were Ron Wayne, actually. All those classic films, he was in, Saturday Night Fever.
Right.
And Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. God, so good in that.
Yeah.
So anyway, the point I was trying to get to is Collins said he met Ron Wayne when he was a child.
Yeah. A lot of people think that they have. And it's hard to say if you really did or not. Probably wasn't him. It was probably John Travolta.
When we started doing this, I didn't think it would make it past one episode, to be honest.
No. Yeah. I knew that people would be afraid of the truth, and I thought we'd get taken down. I thought for sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to reveal ourselves and to come out to the public with some of these facts that normally can only be found in black market encyclopedias and, on the dark web. Anything that's got a dark preface to it, that's where you're going to want to look for these historical facts that have been buried.
Yeah.
Since we're on this subject matter, it makes me think of the Dark Whopper. Remember when they had was it called the Dark Whopper? It had a black bun.
Now, before let's get into.
Was it supposed to be metal?
No, I think it was supposed to be just evil.
Oh, it was it was kind of like that. The evil substance on Time Bandits.
I think it was something. It was supposed to be Darth Vader, right?
Was it a Star Wars tie-in?
I think it was. It was a Darth Vader Star Wars burger.
Unbelievable that they would come out with this movie just recently about the founding of McDonald's that was just completely full of lies and propaganda. And didn't cover the real story. I mean, of course, Ray Kroc did take over eventually, as we know.
Yeah,
but
they didn't even mention the alligator costume in that film at all.
No,
it was like written out.
Never showed it. Never showed the Hamburger Day Massacre, or anything that actually led up to the takeover of Ray Kroc.
It makes you wonder why, doesn't it? A little bit.
Is Nick Offerman just not getting enough parts? As in, like, they just had to write in a new role for him? I don't know.
I mean, I understand them wanting to kind of leave out the drug abuse and the, basically like sort of.
I mean, they left out the wildest parts of the story, and that's why I thought we really had to cover it. We had to show what really happened, because it's even more amazing. I mean, The Founder was a great film. I'm not knocking it, but the real story is even more incredible. They didn't even have the original logo, and the story of how it was actually invented by Leonard Burger King, which is, what the fuck?
It's a twist that's stranger than fiction, Yeah. It's kind of the problem with mainstream media in general, I feel like, is, they're going to candy coat it. They're going to...
What are they afraid of? Are they afraid that we're afraid of the truth?
I think they're afraid that we're afraid of the truth. I think that they're afraid that we are afraid of the truth, and our fear will lead to us behaving poorly.
Yeah.
But if we're making poor decisions, it seems like it would be good for the burger industry.
Yeah, I think they're afraid we'll make poor decisions for them.
For them.
For the corporate 1%.
So better decisions for ourselves, but not as good decisions for them.
Yeah, like maybe we'll just forgo society altogether if we knew the truth about what led us here.
Yeah. It's possible, but I really doubt it.
I mean, have you seen the Hidden History of Nintendo?
Seriously, have you not? Oh boy. You ever done cocaine?
Not lately, but yeah.
Go ahead, take it. It won't hurt you.
And then for the voice of Grimace, we have Bob Bickford. Now, were you in on both those sessions, the voice work session?
I wasn't there, no.
I didn't think so. I don't even know if I ever told you about this, but Bickford, that's his actual voice. He's not an actor. He's just, he's gotten jobs because he has that unique voice.
Okay.
But it was a little rough because every third line, it was just, that effing dirty clown. Like, he really holds some hatred for clowns. And,
oh, no.
Just stereotype after stereotype. They all have green blood or whatever.
Oh, yeah. They have all colors of the rainbow.
Yeah.
All clownologists know this.
You were there for the tryouts, though. We tried out, 15, 16 people?
The tryouts were brutal, yeah.
To do the voice of Grimace?
Yeah. Thank God we got Bickford. He sounds exactly like Grimace, actually.
He sounds exactly like Grimace from recordings I've heard. Did you have an arch nemesis in school?
I had a couple, but they came and went, we became friends or just started ignoring each other after a while.
I had, a few tormentors, but I feel like, the key to dealing with a bully is to, eventually give them oral sex.
Oh, yeah. And then they leave you alone after that?
Not really leave you alone, but the relationship changes.
Oh, it becomes more pleasant?
I don't know about that either, but it's just not as... It's not as... You have a little more power in the dynamic.
Yeah. Whenever you have someone's penis in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a lot of power over them.
Yeah, it's true.
At that moment.
At that very moment, yeah.
Yeah.
And the power came and went.
It can't last forever. Thank God.
The title, The Hidden Histories of McDonald's, is a bit of a misnomer because it's really a character study.
It is, yeah.
About, a man who is complex, and another man who's very complex.
Two complex men, basically.
Two complex, clowns.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, which...
more than men, really.
Yeah.
Almost, different than man, but...
Right.
Also
adjacent.
When we're putting this together, we're in the editing room, 18 hours a day for 5 months.
Yeah.
And was that the last time you did cocaine?
Yeah. That does look like a good burger, doesn't it?
It sure does. It sure does. Well, we're in there, we're sweating away, and we talked about tons of things. We argued, we bonded, but I don't even know if we ever once really talked about our preferences as far as, fast food burgers. That's funny. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, we never did.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer? Let me just toss a couple out there. Whopper, Quarter Pounder.
Ooh, that's tough. That's a tough one. Is it old school Quarter Pounder with the benzos in it?
Do you think that benzos mixed with cocaine would be pleasant?
I've never done benzos, so I can't say. I don't know.
It seems like it would. It seems
probably
like
would.
Every drug seems like it would be pleasant.
Yeah. That's why they're popular.
Are there any that seem like you wouldn't like them?
DMT.
Why?
I tried it once. It's not for me. It's a little too intense, I think. Yeah. Just stick to the weed and the whippets that you're used to,
Okay, back to the conversation. Current
Quarter Pounder?
Yeah,
okay. I'll go Quarter Pounder.
Quarter Pounder wins.
Yeah.
Overall, which would you prefer to go to? If you have a choice, you're going down the street, and
I'm going to throw you a curveball here, and I'm going to say Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Pete Wendy's a unique and interesting story as well. Not a lot of people know about.
Yeah, we might have to delve into that.
He was a drunk.
He spent a lot of his time at the local bar.
I mean, he was a happy drunk. I'm fairly certain. I get the sense from the people that I kind of chatted with when we were researching this that he was a beloved character there at his bar.
The people would say Pete when he walked in the door.
They liked him. They liked him.
Yeah.
How old was he when he died of a heart attack?
Late 40s, I think.
Late 40s. That's too young.
Yeah, it's too young. Too many of those Wendy's burgers and beer. You can't live on that.
No.
For very long. You can live on that for a while, but
not for an extended period of time.
Eventually, that will catch up with you, and it caught up with him pretty quickly after establishing his burger joint.
Is it worth it? Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's worth it because you gotta live.
Sometimes it's worth it. I think once or twice a month, like maybe tops, you can get a Dave's double and be all right. Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you like bacon on a burger?
Yeah, the Baconator. That's another one. Ooh,
I love bacon on a burger. I didn't eat bacon at all for years and years and years. Not out of health concern, but there was this serial killer in Vancouver, BC, who owned a pig farm that sold pigs to be used for bacon. And he fed like dozens of victims to these pigs.
I bet that bacon was delicious.
That is sick.
Oh, sorry. Well, I've just heard, human-fed bacon is incredible.
I couldn't eat it.
No, I get it. Yeah, I was just making a joke.
But then I figured, you were?
Yeah. No, I don't think human-fed bacon is really a thing.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure it is a thing, but it's not like a delicacy anywhere, probably.
You could probably find it on the dark web, I bet. The Hamburger Day Massacre. Now, what do you think?
I think Leonard Burger King did it. I mean, it's obvious. Yeah. He was the only one who wasn't there, and I mean, is it just a coincidence that Burger King then bought up all the vacant restaurants immediately afterward?
Was Wilbur Smith absent too?
That would be a sneaky move by Wilbur Smith. He went on to help create, John Madden football.
Yeah. Do you have any clown friends?
Sell it for any amount of money.
Not any real clown friends, no.
Yeah. Do you have do you have a few circus clown friends? I know a few clowns.
Yeah.
Who also aren't real.
Right. I know a few, but I wouldn't even call them friends, really.
Acquaintances.
Yeah, acquaintances.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of have a thing for clown girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Real clown girls?
Not real clown girls.
Oh.
Well, kind of. Maybe. I've never really.
You never been with one?
Never been with a real clown girl.
Me neither.
But I think clown girls have a little something special going on. Like
that's what they say. Yeah. There's that classic Rolling Stones
song.
No.
You're thinking of the band Love. The song is called She Comes in Colors. Yeah. How do you celebrate Hamburger Day these days?
Usually I just have a salad And I just say my prayers for the victims of the Hamburger Day massacre. I think it's kind of wrong to eat a hamburger on that day. I think if more people understood what the real meaning behind the day was, they too would observe a 1 day break from eating hamburgers. Which
it's always struck me as almost like you're eating the bodies of those corpses.
That's what I feel like when I watch people all, hoarding around the burger joints and trying to get a burger on that day, they're just
burger for a nickel.
Yeah, it's just like you might as well be eating Grimace. Grimace's blobby body,
or John Jack Box or Pete Wendy or any of the guys.
Yeah. Oh, the guys, poor guys. The vile Jared.
Oh, Jared. I mean, that's something I don't even like to talk about. You and I got into quite a heated argument about that. I was like, I don't care if this is true. I do not want to put this in our film. It's just so violent.
Well, I am a slave to the truth. I need the truth to be put out there. If we're gonna do this, we have to go all the way. Otherwise, there's no point. What would be the point in exposing the hidden history, only to leave another layer of hidden history underneath? We need to unearth all that has been hidden. Thankfully, he's no longer with us. Man, look at Grimace in his blobby costume. And that's true courage right there.
What a tragedy that this happened at that very moment, The
moment that Grimace decided to reveal his true hidden self and to, courageously come out to all his peers, he was murdered. He was murdered right in that moment. He never really got to live his life as himself.
Murdered over greed. Burger greed.
Yeah, the underbelly of the burger industry is something we could dive even deeper into.
Yeah. I mean, this just touches the surface, I feel like.
Honestly, yeah. Like Leonard Burger King was up to something, but we don't really know what Wilbur Smith was doing during this time.
No.
Very clandestine figure.
He plays an integral part in a lot of the hidden histories.
Well, I just feel like he pops up when he needs to, and then you don't know what then he's back into the shadows. Who knows what he's doing? He's obviously got his finger on the pulse of a lot of up and coming, industry things, but
Wilbur Smith is a force of ex machina.
He kind of is. I mean, that's probably, he'd probably resent being described that way, but it's true, Wilbur. Sorry.
Is he still alive?
Is he, I don't know. Yeah, I was just wondering. Yeah, he always looks the same age.
It's true.
I admit maybe we only have the one photo. It looks very old, and he looks very old, though, so it's confusing, as the stories move through the 80s and 90s.
So most of this documentary takes place in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, it was a weird time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad to live in the time we do now.
Yeah.
Where we have the ability for people to reach us at a moment's notice.
You like that?
Unannounced.
You like that?
I love it.
You like just getting text messages from people all the time that now you're obligated to reply to.
You don't like sex messages? You don't like sex messages. That's fine if you don't. I'm not criticizing you for being, do you call it, is it called asexual?
Ace. We like to go by Ace.
Ace. Yeah, I'm not criticizing you. I love sex messages.
You like sex messages from random strangers?
Oh, occasionally I get them from random strangers. Mostly from people I know, though.
Yeah. Really?
A friend will say I'll get a little video and a friend will say, "Hey, look what's in my pocket," and I guess he has a hole in his pocket and he pulls his penis out of the top.
And just do that to people, no matter where they live now. That used to be an in-person gag only.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I find it titillating occasionally and always entertaining.
You consider it sexy?
Sexy sometimes. The pocket one's not super sexy.
Right.
It looks like a burnt corn dog.
You do get that moment of anticipation, like what is in his pocket, and maybe it won't be this trick again. And then if it is this trick, what's it gonna look like? You don't know at first, and so when you do see it finally, then sometimes it is a burnt corn dog, but other times it could be really majestic, like a tritone unicorn penis.
Yeah, you never know. And that was another line that Bickford said over and over again. Tri-horned unicorn penis on these fucking clowns. You know, I'm glad Bickford's dead.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry that I had to be the one to kill him, but considering our earlier conversation, I'm really beginning to suspect Willard Smith. Because or Wilbur Smith, Willard or Wilbur, one of the two Smiths. I mean, where is Willard Smith in all of this? We don't even know, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, he might be the guy pulling all the puppet strings. The more research we do into the history of our world, the more I realize the Smith family has a lot to do with all of these incidents.
The Smiths, I mean, you hear jibber jabber about the Illuminati and all that. Well, what about the fucking Smiths?
Honestly, are they even human?
Yeah.
Are they maybe some sort of pan-dimensional being that's been here for hundreds of years, pulling the strings behind the entire development of civilization?
Yeah, or at least, pop culture and entertainment and stuff like that.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. I think what we're uncovering is something much deeper.
You really think that?
I really think that could be the case. When you look at what the Smiths are into, it just happens to be everything we research, they're there. Maybe they exist in more than one dimension at once. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
And like we said earlier, they look really old in a really old photos, but we don't know how they're even still alive.
Are they alive?
Do we know? Does anyone know?
Yeah.
I mean, it goes deep. See what I'm saying now?
What a strange character Fuckerberg is.
The whole idea of Facebook, people swapping faces left and right. I think a lot of the people that are on that website don't even know what it's for.
Well, it started out that way, but then once it left the clown community, should have changed it to friend book, personally, at that point.
Yeah, honestly, because it's really hard to find someone to swap faces with on there now. They're like a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? Like swap faces. And I'm like, this is Facebook. What do you think we're here for?
Yeah.
You want the same face forever?
Yeah.
Your face is cool. You should let someone else have it for a while.
Now, Tom, have you ever wanted to, trade your face with someone? And if you haven't, think about it now. Who would you want to trade your face with?
Oh, this guy, Glip Fishburne. I'd trade faces with him. I actually quit Facebook because it was getting so frustrating.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is there anywhere else that you can do the
only the dark web? There's an alternative to Facebook that's on the dark web. It's called Dark Facebook.
It sounds like it's probably kind of racist.
You would think so, but honestly, a lot of people swapping faces with different races.
Wow. That's the name of your new rap album.
Well, thanks for being here, buddy.
The nose on that Mayor McCheese was kind of wobbly. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he'd probably been going pretty hard the night before. The McDonald Land characters fucking partied. Look at them. Look at how jacked they are.
Do you know who portrayed the first Grimace?
Was it Marlon Brando?
And that's the Hidden Histories of McDonald's DVD commentary with Shawn, Parke, and Tom Dell.
That's going to do it.
Thanks, everyone. Check out the rest of the videos. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.